Hello fellas and welcome back to Factorio. This is going to be a season 2, and if you've read the title properly, it's the I'm going to call this series Factorio OK, and there's a reason for that. It might come quite evident a little later down the line, but in this series I'm going to be less about teaching you how to play it and essentially just going all out straight on it, because this is going to be a large map. I'm going to try and get this pretty freaking big. So we're going to start a new game. This is all this new stuff for all the 1.5, because yes, the new 1.5 is out. At the moment I'm on the 0.15.12, and I think the next ones, I think I heard, if I read correctly, that it's going to be the actual release, and I plan on doing that by the end of the year, I think. So I think that's how it's going to be. But also with these, you've got different ones. You've got the rich resources, marathon, dangerous. And marathons, the technologies are more expensive. Rich resources, it's evident. Default's normal. Dangerous, the biters evolve quicker, so you need to be doing it quick. Death world, essentially, the recipes, technologies are more expensive, and the biters are a lot more dangerous and in bigger clusters, and I think they become bigger. And this one's where the railroads, where things are a lot more spread out, which is good in one sense, because the further away you get, the bigger and more richer patches come, and you'll see that quite often. The one we're going for is we are going for kind of a railroad, but I'm going to start it with the default, and I'm going to stick this exchange string in. Now, if you want this exchange string, I will be posting it inside the description of this video. Don't expect it in all of them, because it's freaking huge. As you can see, you've got all that one there. And I think this will only work for 0.15, so maybe in the first release, whenever the next generation terrain change is, that's essentially what you'll be getting. This is essentially the settings we'll be getting. Water is normal, as it normally will be. Iron, so iron, copper, coal, uranium, and crude oil, very low in frequency. Bases are enemy bases high, stones low, and so they're very low. The reason why I've got this set up, because if you put essentially everything to high, you'll be getting lots and lots and lots of teeny tiny chunks of ores and stones and things, and I don't want that. I want essentially really big ones, but maybe a bit further away here and there. And plus you've got all these advanced settings that you can change if you want some game to your own extension. Evolution, you can stop evolution if you wanted, but we're going to keep it normal. You can toggle pollution, so you won't get any pollution, damage to trees and things. And an expansion, how quickly they expand. If it's disabled, they won't get close to your base. Once they're gone, they're gone. They have cooldowns for those. Difficulties in recipes, normal difficulty, expensive difficulty. You can make them a lot more expensive to craft, which will in general lengthen the game type. But if you're going to do this, you kind of want to make sure you've got a lot of resources going. And technologies, that you can do the same, make them more expensive to make. A price multiplier, so you can essentially double the amount it costs for things. Like the initial ones, they cost a gear wheel and a copper. You can double that, so it's 2 gear wheels and 2 copper, or something, however you like it. But we're going to stick with the basic resource settings that we have here, and we're going to generate that one. And this is essentially the map RVM. I have looked at a few maps here and there, and this is the one we're going to be using. Yep, here we go. We've got a bit of iron here, and a bit of coal here, and a bit of copper there, and stones down there. Now, we don't want to be playing around too long, because the biters are close, and they're going to be close for quite some time. Well, yeah, they are very close. They're pretty much just off the side of the map here, so we don't want to be messing around. Oops, daisy. That's. Oh, it's been a while. So we want to be essentially getting quick, because we don't want to be playing around too often without any turrets, and that's essentially what I need to get on first. I want to get some electricity as quick as I can, and get get the research on as quick as I can, because we're gonna need turrets very fast. 10 coal, that'll be enough for now. Another thing, now you can essentially drag. Is it control? Left click, right click, but you can actually drag them along. Not before you had to click each one, so now you can drag those. There was a lot of changes in 1.5. A lot of it is the research, because if we go to research, we have a hell of a lot of new stuff. The small little alien goop stuff, that's now gone completely. There's none of that. We now have productivity minings. This now goes right down to here. There's 7 types of science now in total, I think. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 7 types of science. That's 6. We're missing. Oh yeah, it's military. Yeah, we have military as well. Got the basic 1, 2, and 3. These have all changed. Well, that one and that one I think are the same, but blue's changed. Production's changed. This is now production instead of alien science. High tech. I haven't touched it. Science packs you now get these from rocket ships. For every time you send up a rocket with a satellite, you get 1,000 of those. I think it's 1,000. I'm not certain, but we got that. We also have the we've got this one. This one's endless as well. These are essentially this is essentially the tracks, essentially the wheels for things. Essentially it makes it so trains can slow down quicker. That goes up to 7. It's not an endless one. We now have advanced circuit, which will do electronic, the high-tech ones, which takes batteries, processing units, speed modules, and copper. They're relatively expensive. Here's the new ones. That's the military science. I can't remember what we needed. Was it 3 or was it 2? Might have been 2 for that one. Was it 2? Is it? Yep. Here you go. Military science 2. That one's not too expensive, but we do want this one really quickly. Well, not this one. The gun turrets and things like that. New ones will be all the uranium stuff. I don't think I've got any too close to me, but we'll come back to that. There we go. Here's the biggest change. Is the nuclear reactor. I have had a little play with this, and I do have essentially some things set up in blueprints and things on another map, so I'll bring them in later when we have chance. But this unlocks a hell of a lot of new stuff. I have found it's a bit of a pain in the ass because of essentially the ratios for it. You need essentially the lighter ones that you can see sort of here. You got light ones and dark ones. You need the lighter ones. However, they are very rare to come along. You'd be waiting a long while to come across one of those. So it's they are tricky to come by, but once you've got it set up, it does a massive amount of power. It is insane the amount of power you create with these nuclear reactors. It is literally insane. But this is a hell of a lot of change. You've got now have uranium ammo. You get it's just 24 physical compared to like the originals, which is I can't remember think of what it is. If we go into here, I think we'll find out. Is it? No. Is it in 3? No, is it in 2? It's in 2. There we go. Piercing's 8, and the uraniums do 24. So that's the uraniums do 24. So it's like it's 3 times as much. So they're powerful. Plus you get things with cannon shells and explosive ones as well. And the biggest thing is probably the atom bomb. That thing is insane. I haven't actually seen that myself, and I want to, because it looks insane. 400 damage, explosion damage, and it does an area effect of 35. I think that's gone down. Because I swear they said it was going to be 50. So unless it's sort of a I think that's about right. I think they said it was 50 and they might have decreased it, but 35 area, that's like probably like the size of that. That is a huge area, and it's just literally going to go up in smoke. That will kill anything that's anywhere near it. But that's essentially the biggest change, I think, apart from like the sciences as well. But we're going to start getting on this really quickly, because they've got a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. Because as soon as we start creating pollution, they're going to come for us. So I want to get a boundary really quickly. Will be skipping over a couple of things a lot more often. Things like all the tedious building and crafting and stuff. Things like all these trees. I'm going to be chopping down a few of these trees. I'll be taking up a few more of those. We now have a bit of wood. We do need some more coal. So this is the chop bit. I'm going to use this bit. It's a bit smaller. So yeah, I'm going to get sort of a quick mini setup, and I'll be back with you when I have. Right, fellas. One thing I hadn't sort of anticipated. Well, I did anticipate it. I just completely forgot. And that was essentially that the boilers have changed quite dramatically. They used to be a 1x1 square, and now they are 2x3. And they have essentially one input and output, well, two input outputs and one output, and it works slightly differently. So I'm gonna throw that there. I might need to move that actually. Yeah, that's gonna be in the wrong place. Right, okay. I'm gonna move that put on there. Bit easier there. We now have this. That's not gonna fit, so yeah, I'm gonna have to move it forward a couple of spaces. It still works like water and everything, but now you put your water in to the side like that. I'll just throw that in there, and then we now have steam come out. So that is now steam, as you can see down here. Steam at full 100%. Basically, things like this have doubled. So this will now pump twice as much. The pipes hold now 100 rather than 10, and essentially you'll get 200 because you've got like it pumps in. So that's how much it holds. But it will do as much as it needs and whatnot. But now, because we're doing it like that, it's we now have a new way of doing stuff. That's going to fill those. But these they've changed all the ratios as well. So it used to be essentially 14 furnaces to 10 steam engines. Well, now it has changed to a 2-to-1 ratio. Is it? Was it? Yes. No. Wait. Yeah, 1-to-2 ratio. Yeah, one of these now powers 2 steam engines. That's how it went. So that's helped in a sense. It's a bit cheaper. But first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get these turrets because they need to be going, and I already have them made. And so we can get these turrets. I'm mostly collecting the stuff at the moment. We're not very big. I don't want to send anything any too big until we get at least some turrets down, because it's gonna be quite hectic on the other hand if we don't. So let me continue, and I'll give you another update in a bit. Okay, fellas, I'm back with the. I've got a small base here, kind of up at the moment. It's not a huge thing. It's mostly just a main smelting setup. nothing too fancy at all, but I want to be able to get a few things on really quickly. Mostly things like I want essentially turrets on the go. I want to get at least the first 2 science set up in a short period of time. Wait for this thing. Yeah. So basically I want the first science and second science researching automatically really soon. Power, we do have enough at the moment. I want to make essentially somewhere I can sort of line things up. I'm probably going to sort of make a mini base sort of along here, or maybe up and down here. Keep it a bit smaller, I think. Maybe probably a better idea to do it like that. That I'm going to throw in all those. But I've got essentially a nice small area gone, and once they got them automated, it's fine. I am at the moment storing most of the stuff I've got and need. Yeah, it's about as much as I can do at the moment. Let's get a couple of those on, I think. I've automated the researched the splitters underground. I'm going automation next, which I'll get a few of. Basically, just expanding the area and sort of going around. And here's some uranium ore, which I haven't shown you yet. It glows in the dark. It's kind of cool, actually. This you need sulfuric acid to mine out, but it's we'll be doing that later on. I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. So I have sort of done it really quick because of essentially the setup I've got. I will expand this in the near future. I'm getting a few firearms on the go, a few bullets, which I think I'll need. I've only been able to throw 5 in each of these at the moment, but I do want to expand these as much as I can, as quickly as I can. I can't see where the rest are, but it's fine. While waiting for a couple of things to go, I want to show you a couple of things up here. We have the achievements from the previous stuff. I have 21 out of 38. I think they've had a couple more added, I believe, but I'm not certain. I'm not certain. Possibly. May have added 1 or 2 more. I don't know. Trains, but there isn't any at the moment. Tutorials, they now have a set of tutorials. I think they're all on trains at the moment, so don't need them. Bonuses we saw beforehand, I think. Production stuff, that's all the same you get with the MP. And like the blueprints are no longer crafted in the way they used to be. There's a if you go here, and you won't be finding blueprints in here, and you can't research them as such. But if you come here, they're all stored here. And so we've got a few things around here. I've got a basic steam engine set up there. That works, and that's quite decent. I might throw this down and build it myself. That is modular as well, so that you can spread that down and they work for each other, and they do work fully. Might have to rotate the way they're moving, the inserters are going, but that works. It's perfectly fine. I do have essentially a nuclear power version of that as well. That's a smaller one, there's a larger one. That's with 1, that's with 4. But we won't get into them till very, very much later. I just want to, hopefully, I want to be able to start getting the smelting a lot more widespread. So let me continue and see what we get. Alright fellas, we've just had our first attack. Just down here. This one's done it. You. I'm assuming it was you. I don't know where the body is, but this is where we've had our first attack. So we are getting somewhere. I've put a radar down. It is viewing some stuff. Not exactly a lot. Here's a new thing of the 1.5. It actually shows you an average, sort of a cumulative number of how much there is. So that one's got about 1 million, and that one's got 4 million, 1.7 there. So we haven't got too much amount of iron. We've got a big chunk here, and it's just appeared. Oh, there's a bit of stone there, just appeared up. But it's going around and it's uncovering a little bit. I'm hoping it will get big enough, just enough to see where the aliens are, but we'll have to find out. I haven't got a basic setup at this precise moment. I was just going to set up the what you call it. It's probably better for me to do it like that, actually. Yeah, do it like that, it'd be easier. Yeah. I'm gonna get in there, in there, and in there. That's gonna be the gears, and that's going to be those. And I need some power. I'm not exactly got a lot of power at the moment, but that's gonna make a few of those hopefully quick enough. But we need to put them into a chest, so I'll get one now. And I also need to put the a couple of others inside some on the go as well. Yes, inserters, they need to be on. There we go. Let's put a power thing there as well. That, I don't want too many of them at this precise moment, just 400. I think these stack to, I can't remember, but these may stack to 100 now. Yes, they now stack to 100 rather than 50. I have changed the stackings. Ammo now stacks to 200, as you can see. I've got a couple set up here. This one's ready for the piercings. There they come. I'm going to do sort of army and research down this end and basic stuff up this end. I'm hoping we can sort of get a bit done. Yeah, let me continue and we'll see how far I can get. Okay, fellas, I have Science 1 induced, essentially started. It's kind of slow at the moment. I'm not sure if they've changed. I don't think they've changed the crafting speed for it. It's just the. It's just taking the time for the. Why are these not crafting at all? Oh, that'll be why. Yeah. Yeah. Okay then. Not there. There. There we go. There we go, it'll work now. There we go. We'll be crafting at a proper speed now. I was wondering whether we're going to sell it, because I put them on. Right, there we go. And that is essentially the first set of the science on the go. I've got 10 here. There we go. Episode 1, Science Packs 1 done. It's not too long. I've not really got much else ready at the moment because I was mostly waiting for Automation 2 to get the second set of assembly machines to make, so I could start making turrets and things. I've got the basics on. I think the next thing I'll get on is probably the electric mining drills. I've got essentially a chain of coal going down to that one furnace there. That's where the first set of the things is going to go. Furnaces and pipes and things and everything else. All that's going to go along there. That does fit. It works perfectly. I've already tested it in a different build. We are just about producing enough. I probably should put another one, really. But at the moment, it's working. It's fine. I'll add more later. We'll see. But at the moment, I want to get the next thing I want to get is essentially a full set. All this essentially electric mined out. Same with this section. We're lowering down on some of these slots. But we'll sort that out. Let's keep these topped up. It shouldn't need too much topping up. There we go. Sorted. But yeah, I think we're doing okay for now. Nothing's been destroyed. There we go. There's the blue ones I wanted. I kind of want landfill a little bit. but I need green ones for that. I might just make 50 beforehand, or I might even wait. I thought, yeah. Let's do you want that one? Well, they didn't take 10 each, so yeah, let's get the one on. Iron is on the download. I was expecting it to be on the download. This is essentially just a quick bit for us to get a quick setup. It won't matter too much in the long run. That's where the shotgun ones are going to go. I'm going to put the shotguns there when I get them, when I've unlocked them. Here we go. Speak of the devil. Sorted. Light next. That's those. And I'll may as well do that now since I'm here doing it. There and there. It is going to slow down the research, I know. But at the moment, it's okay. Oops, I need some wood. Oh, that was quick. Just grab one of those. Oh, wait. Well, I thought I grabbed a wood. I did grab. Oh, whatever. 1, 2. You can go back in there. Go with that one. Oh, it needs 4 wood. There we go. There's a chest. Go in there. Damn it, I was standing in the way. In. And power. There we go, we got shotguns. Now, no, don't make a pistol. Make one of those. And we'll need some iron. Okay then. And boom, there we go. That can be gone. That's now that one. I do need a crap chest still. I haven't got one yet. That can go back in there. This I'll put in a furnace. So yeah, we're not doing too badly at the moment. I do want to spread out this way a little bit. The reason why I've done research down this end is because once things are finished here, they will stop. Because essentially I'm filling up the chest. In fact, I won't even do that much. Do 200 for now. Shotguns, I only need it for me, so that can only go to there. But once essentially these are filled, then they'll continue down. We'll get more iron, and it'll be back to normal. So we're not too bad. Oh, we did lights, did we? Oh, that was quick. Yes. Damages, yes. I'll probably do those offline. That one I'll wait for. It's pointless wasting the resources at the moment. So yes, we've got lights, got belts, yeah, and got the first set of science. Next episode we'll probably magic up a load of the electric furnaces down here, get them on, get the larger full length set of steel furnaces and power stations. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so that'll be on the next episode. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like this episode, subscribe to see some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.